You know who Veronica is? Veronica's a waitress at a Cuban restaurant in Miami called La Carreta. And when I was younger, I would go in, and it was a time when we were going through some family issues, and I would go to La Carreta, and I would be 13, 14, 15 years old, and Veronica would really take care of us in a real special way, you know? And as I was growing up and going, she would always ask about my family and how we're doing. She would always, be concerned and care about what's going on. And when she served us, and now in business, when I have a client that comes in from out of town and they want Cuban food, I go to La Carreta, not necessarily because it's the best Cuban restaurant in Miami, and it's one of the best, no doubt. But I don't go there just for the food. I go there because I want them to see Veronica. Because when I go with someone that's out of town and they come with me, and just by nature of you being with me, you're gonna get a hug and a kiss from Veronica. She doesn't know who you are, where you're from, she doesn't care. But if you're with me, you're gonna get a hug and a kiss, because if you're with Manny, And so when we're walking to the table, I'd rather wait to sit in her section than sit in some other section. And as we're going to the table, she's asking about my daughter, and if my daughter got her braces off, and if my son is still playing golf, and how Helene's doing. And when we sit down, my client always says to me, is she like your aunt or something? Like, is she family? Is she relative? And I said, no, in fact, I've never seen her outside of this context of work. But this is the way that she goes about her business. She's passionate about what she does. She gets into what's going on with her clients. She understands the needs. She'll even go as far as, if I want to order something that's a little bit fattening and the last thing I need is that, she'll even tell me, you sure? And what are you gonna do? That's how she is. When you can create relationships like that with your customers, you're creating competition-proof relationships. You're not letting your competition in. Because I can go to any other Cuban restaurant. I choose to go there because of her. She's created a competition-proof relationship with me that really makes it hard for me to go anywhere else. You do that in your business, you'll always have a job. So what's the Veronica factor? What is the Veronica factor? It's very simple. Passion, which is required for excellence, has nothing to do with the meaning that you find at work. She's a waitress. Okay? How much meaning, you wonder, can she find doing that? She does. Absolutely she does. It's a decision that she makes to be excellent, and she finds meaning even though someone might think that you can't. The secret isn't that you have to find it there. How many attorneys that are helping people, how many doctors that are healing people, that get to see the fruit of their labor by healing someone, and you see it, and yet they're still miserable. And you walk into a doctor's office, and they're always hurrying you, and they're in a bad mood. Dude, you're saving people's lives. You should be happy all the time. Why aren't you happy? Because passion has nothing to do with the meaning that you find at work. Passion has everything to do with the meaning you bring to work. That's the Veronica factor. That's what Veronica taught me. In my company, I want a company full of Veronicas. I want people that'll bring it every day. I want people to bring meaning. I want people to bring it, not because they're gonna find it, but because they bring it. If you can do that, you will be, and that's her right there. If you can do that, you'll be the most valuable player in your team too. If you can do that, you'll always have a job. They'll be knocking your door down. You gotta be creative. You gotta think outside the box. You gotta know. You have to understand. The more you know about that industry, the more you know about that company, the more you know about how they raise revenue, how they lower costs, the more you can fit into that and be the solution, the sooner you not only have a job, but you have a career. And once you have it, remember the Veronica factor. Passion has nothing to do with the meaning you find at work. It has everything to do with the meaning you bring to work.